If you're hearing about apps like Jackpocket for the first time, it can feel like a shortcut into something that used to require physically going to a store, picking paper slips, and standing in line just to enter a lottery draw. What this app basically does is act as a middle layer between you and official lottery games like Powerball and Mega Millions, depending on what's available in your region. It's important to understand right from the start that nothing about the lottery itself changes. The odds, the randomness, and the outcome all stay exactly the same. The app is just changing the way people submit their entries. So when you open something like the Jackpocket, the first thing you're going to notice is that it looks more like a simple shopping or banking app than anything complicated. The idea is to make entering lottery games feel easy and structured. You usually start by creating an account. That involves basic details like your name, age verification, and location, because lottery services are heavily regulated and only available in certain states or regions. If the app is not available where you are, it will simply not allow you to proceed. Once you're inside, the main screen usually shows the available lottery games. Two of the biggest ones you'll see are Powerball and Mega Millions. These are massive jackpot lotteries in the United States, and they work on a simple principle. You pick a set of numbers, and if those numbers match the ones drawn, you win prizes that can range from small amounts to life-changing jackpots. Now, using the app to place an order is designed to be straightforward. You select the game you want, then choose your numbers. Most apps like Jackpocket give you two options here. You can either manually pick your numbers, which is where you tap specific numbers you feel drawn to, or you can use a quick pick option, where the system randomly generates numbers for you. A lot of people actually use quick pick because every combination has the same odds anyway, so there's no mathematical advantage in choosing lucky numbers, even though many still do it for fun. After choosing your numbers, you decide how many draws you want to enter. A draw is basically one chance at the lottery result for that specific game date. Some users enter a single draw, while others choose multiple future draws so they don't have to keep coming back into the app every time. This is where you need to pay attention, because each entry costs money, and the total can add up quickly if you're not careful. At this point, the app will show you a summary of your selections. It's like a checkout screen in an online store. You'll see your numbers, the game you selected, the draw dates, and the total cost. Once you confirm everything, you fund your account using available payment methods like debit cards or other supported options depending on your location. After payment, the app processes your ticket purchase through a licensed lottery courier or retailer. What makes this system interesting is that instead of you physically holding a paper ticket, the app holds a digital representation of it for you. In many cases, the service actually goes and buys a real physical ticket from a licensed lottery retailer on your behalf, and then stores a scanned copy in your account. That means your entry is still official and tied to the real lottery system, even though you didn't personally visit the store. After your ticket is purchased, you can usually track it inside the app. It will show something like confirmed or processed, and you'll be able to see a digital copy of your numbers. This is where most people start checking back obsessively, especially when the draw date gets closer. But it's important to remember that the outcome is completely random, and no app or system can influence it. When the draw happens, results are updated and matched against your numbers automatically. If you win anything, even a small prize, the app notifies you. Smaller winnings are often credited directly into your app balance, while larger winnings may require additional verification steps and sometimes even claiming through official lottery channels, depending on the rules of your region. One thing that many new users don't realise is that apps like this usually charge a small service fee. This is how they make money. You are not just paying for the ticket itself, you are also paying for the convenience of having someone else purchase and manage it for you. That convenience is the whole business model. There's also an important legal and safety layer in all of this. These apps are not available everywhere because lottery laws vary by region. That's why you'll sometimes hear people talk about Jackpocket working in one state but not another. The app has to follow strict regulations, and users are required to be of legal age to participate. If someone tries to bypass those rules, the account will typically be blocked or the transaction reversed. A lot of people get drawn to lottery apps because of the idea of life-changing jackpots. Powerball and Mega Millions in particular are known for reaching extremely high prize amounts when no one wins for multiple draws. That's what creates the excitement and the headlines. But it's also what makes it important to be realistic. The odds of hitting the jackpot are extremely low, and most participants do not win the top prize. That's just how lottery systems are designed. If you're thinking about using something like this, it helps to treat it as entertainment rather than a financial strategy. People sometimes fall into the mindset that they can figure out patterns or improve their chances with certain number combinations. But in reality, each draw is independent. That means past results don't influence future outcomes at all. Inside the app, you'll also usually find features like result history, notifications, and sometimes even prize breakdowns that show how many people won at each level. This helps users understand how winnings are distributed, not just the jackpot itself. For example, even if nobody wins the top prize, there are still smaller prize tiers that get awarded based on how many numbers you match. Another thing worth mentioning is withdrawal. If you do win money, the app will typically allow you to withdraw your balance to a bank account after verification. The process can vary depending on the amount, with larger wins requiring more security checks to make sure everything is legitimate and compliant with lottery regulations. Over time, users usually fall into a simple routine. They pick numbers, place entries, wait for draw results, and check notifications. It becomes a cycle that repeats for each draw day. Some people do it occasionally, while others enter every draw consistently. But no matter how the app is designed, the core reality stays the same. It is a system built around chance. There is no guaranteed method, no hidden trick, and no app feature that changes probability. The only thing apps like Jackpocket change is convenience. So if you're watching this to understand how to use it, the simplest way to summarize it is this. You sign up, choose your lottery game like Powerball or Mega Millions, select or generate your numbers, pay for your entries, and then wait for the draw results to see if luck is on your side. Everything else in the app is just support around that basic flow, making it easier to manage your tickets without physically going anywhere. And that's really the full picture. It's straightforward in design, but built on something unpredictable by nature. And that's really the full picture. It's straightforward in design, but built on something unpredictable by nature.